Have you ever felt your legs weaken beneath you? Not from an earthquake, but from the simple effort of climbing a stair or stepping off a curb? That quiet fear of falling can creep in, even as you watch your grandchild run ahead while your once steady stride lingers behind. It's a struggle many seniors know too well. The gradual loss of muscle, thinning bones, and stiffening joints can make every step feel heavier, turning independence into a daily challenge. But aging doesn't have to mean surrendering your strength. Here's the spark of hope. Your legs don't have to fade. In this video, we're exploring the powerful benefits of pasture-raised eggs, nature's rich source of vitamin D, designed to keep bones strong, movement steady, and confidence alive. And we're not just talking about science. You'll hear inspiring stories, like Margaret, who regained her stride at 79, along with practical steps you can begin today to protect your mobility. Your legs carried you through life's greatest moments. They deserve care now more than ever. Stay with us and discover how to keep them strong for every adventure still ahead. 0133, The Silent Thief. Why your legs weaken. Aging is a quiet thief, slipping into our lives with a subtlety that belies its power. For so many seniors, it's the legs that feel its touch first. Those faithful pillars that once carried us through bustling markets, up endless staircases, and across dance floors with effortless grace. 0154. After 40, a slow, insidious process called sarcopenia begins its work, stealing muscle mass at a rate of 1 to 2% per year, accelerating with a vengeance after 60. Picture it. The sturdy muscles that powered your strides, thinning out, leaving you unsteady, as if the ground itself has grown less trustworthy. Bones, too, fall victim, losing density until they're no longer the unyielding supports of youth, but fragile twigs prone to snapping under the slightest misstep. 0222. Joints worn by decades of movement creak and stiffen, their once smooth cartilage fraying like an old rope. Hormonal shifts, dwindling levels of growth hormone and testosterone, further sap our body's ability to repair and rebuild. As if time has turned our biology against us, the result is a heartbreaking betrayal. 0240. Legs that once bore you through life's adventures now falter, leaving you uncertain, vulnerable, and gripped by a fear that wasn't there before. Every step becomes a negotiation, every staircase a challenge, and the simple joy of a walk in the park can morph into a daunting ordeal. The emotional toll is as heavy as the physical. There's the frustration of falling behind loved ones, the quiet fear of a fall that could break more than just bones, and the ache of life shrinking as mobility fades. Yet, within this sobering reality lies a spark of hope. You can fight back. Science shows that targeted nutrition, especially protein, calcium, and vitamin D, can slow decline, rebuild muscle, and strengthen fragile bones. At the heart of this defense are eggs. Humble and ordinary, yet packed with exactly what aging legs need. Their rich protein fights sarcopenia, repairing and reinforcing muscles that keep you moving. Calcium within each egg builds bone density, guarding against the fragility that threatens independence. And when vitamin D is present, it ensures calcium locks firmly into bones, keeping them resilient and strong. But the fight doesn't stop with food. Pair these nutrients with action. A daily walk to awaken muscles, stretches to ease stiff joints, and steady hydration to keep the body moving with ease. You're not just preserving your legs, you're reclaiming your life. Take Edward, 72, who felt his legs weakening, each step a reminder of loss. Determined to stay active for his grandkids, he embraced a diet rich in eggs, mornings filled with protein-packed omelets, afternoons with renewed purpose. Within months, his stride grew steady, his confidence returned, and laughter replaced fear as he chased his granddaughters through the yard. Then there's Margaret, 79. Shaky steps had confined her to a chair, her world shrinking with each missed outing. By adding nutrient-dense eggs, scrambled with greens, poached on toast, she fueled her fight against frailty. Slowly, her legs carried her back to her book club, her smile brighter than ever. These aren't miracles. They're proof of what's possible when knowledge meets action. Leg weakness has real biology behind it. Sarcopenia spares no one, and osteoporosis lingers as a silent threat, with 1 in 3 women and 1 in 5 men over 50 at risk of fracture. Joints bear the scars of time, cartilage thinning, while hormonal decline makes muscle repair harder. But here's the good news. Science doesn't just reveal the problem, it gives us tools to fight back. Protein is more than food. It's medicine, rebuilding muscle fiber by fiber. Older adults need around 1.2 to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily to fight sarcopenia. Eggs, with 6 grams each, are an easy and delicious way to start. Calcium, essential for strong bones, works hand in hand with vitamin D, yet nearly half of seniors lack it due to less sun exposure and dietary gaps. A single fortified or pasture-raised egg can help fill that void. But nutrition alone isn't enough. Movement is your greatest ally. Just 15 minutes of walking each day helps preserve muscle, while balance practices like Tai Chi can reduce fall risk by more than 50%. Staying hydrated is equally vital. Dehydration stiffens joints and weakens muscles, but regular sips of water keep the body flexible. Regular checkups provide another safeguard, catching bone or muscle loss before they strip away independence. The stakes are high. 1 in 5 older adults who suffer a hip fracture may lose the ability to live alone within a year. Yet the reward is even greater. Imagine walking without fear, kneeling in the garden, or twirling joyfully with a grandchild. Freedom restored step by step. Eggs are your starting point, but the journey is yours. Will you let aging steal your strength and joy, or will you fight back one choice at a time? Choose strength. Choose eggs. Choose life. Starting with farm-fresh chicken eggs, the true protein champions. As the years pass, even the simplest tasks, climbing stairs or walking through a store, can start to feel overwhelming. For many seniors, the legs carry the first marks of aging, slowly weakened by sarcopenia, which steals 1 to 2% of muscle mass each year after 60. It feels like a betrayal. Legs that once carried you with ease now tremble, leaving you unsteady and shadowed by the fear of a fall. The emotional toll is heavy. Missed walks with friends, watching grandchildren play from afar, and the creeping sense that independence is slipping away. Yet there is hope. Science offers a clear weapon: targeted nutrition. At the heart of this fight are farm-fresh chicken eggs, nature's protein-packed champions ready to restore strength to fading muscles. Crack one open, and you release 6 grams of high-quality protein, a vital building block for muscle repair. Protein isn't just fuel. It's the very mortar that rebuilds the fibers torn down by age. And as the body becomes less efficient at synthesizing it, eggs provide a lifeline. Research makes it clear. Older adults need 1.2 to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight each day to slow this decline and stay strong. To fend off muscle loss, older adults need more protein than their younger selves, and a single egg provides a simple, delicious step toward that goal. Scrambled with spinach, poached over whole grain toast, or whipped into a fluffy omelet, these golden orbs turn breakfast into a battle cry against frailty. Take Edward, a 72-year-old retiree. Once an avid hiker, he found himself grounded, his legs weakening, and his granddaughter's laughter pulling at his heart. Then came a turning point. His daughter placed a plate of scrambled eggs before him, urging, "Just eat, Dad." 2 eggs every morning became his routine. Weeks later, the wobble in his stride steadied, and soon he was chasing those granddaughters across the yard. His laughter mixed with theirs as he whispered, "I feel like me again." That is the power of farm-fresh chicken eggs. No miracle, just biology at work. But muscle loss is not the only enemy. It's part of a cruel trio alongside bone fragility and joint stiffness. all conspiring to steal mobility. After 40, sarcopenia begins its quiet march, accelerating after 60, while bones thin into osteoporosis's grip. 1 in 3 women and 1 in 5 men over 50 face fracture risks. Joints, worn by decades of use, ache as cartilage frays. Meanwhile, dwindling hormones slow the body's repair crew, leaving legs to falter where they once flew. Protein, the hero in every egg, fights back against age. It's the raw material muscles crave, knitting fibers back together, while calcium and vitamin D in eggs fortify bones against brittleness. Edward's story is not unique. Seniors everywhere are finding renewed strength through this simple staple. Take Joan, 68, who had given up her daily walks because her calves felt too weak. A friend suggested eggs, cheap, easy, and packed with what she needed. She began with 2 hard-boiled eggs at lunch, then moved on to omelets with peppers and onions. Months later, she was back on her walking route, the breeze in her hair, a spring in her step. "I didn't think something so small could do so much," she marveled. Science confirms her wonder. Protein fuels muscle protein synthesis, a process that slows with age but surges with the right intake. Eggs provide all 9 essential amino acids, making them a complete protein rarely matched by plants. For seniors battling sarcopenia, this makes eggs a vital ally. But it's not just about nutrition, it's about the feeling. Rising from a chair without a struggle, keeping pace with a friend, living without the constant fear of a fall. Eggs alone won't rewrite your fate, but paired with allies, a daily 15-minute walk to engage muscles and steady hydration to prevent cramps, they become a cornerstone of strength and independence. A doctor's checkup can catch weaknesses early, pairing nutrition with simple moves like leg lifts or squats. Together, they form a shield against the silent thief of age. The risks are sobering. 1 in 5 older adults who fracture a hip lose independence within a year, yet the reward is just as powerful. Imagine walking to the mailbox without a cane, kneeling to plant tulips and rising with ease, or twirling with a grandchild, your heart soaring as high as your steps. Farm-fresh chicken eggs can be the foundation of this strength. Each one offers 6 grams of protein, a taste of resilience with every bite. They're more than food. They're a promise. Edward proved it. Joan lived it. And you can too. Age may whisper weakness, but every egg answers back. My legs are mine to keep. Crack one open, savor the warmth and strength it brings, and remind yourself, your feet don't have to fade. Not yet. Not ever. You still have too much life to live, and these protein champions are here to carry you through, one strong, steady step at a time. Now, let's look at the second type, omega-3 enriched eggs, the true protectors of your joints. Knees ache with every bend, hips protest with every rise, and even stepping outside can feel like pleading with a body that no longer obeys. This isn't just ordinary wear and tear. It's the slow unraveling of sarcopenia, stealing muscle at 1 to 2% each year after 60, while bones grow fragile and joints carry the scars of decades. Cartilage, once a smooth cushion, frays like an old quilt, leaving inflammation to flare and stiffness to settle in. The emotional sting cuts just as deep, the frustration of a walk cut short, the ache of watching life move on from a chair, the fear that one misstep could mean a fracture and the loss of independence. 1 in 3 women and 1 in 5 men over 50 face that chilling risk, yet there is hope. Science points to omega-3 enriched eggs as powerful allies. These golden gems, infused with the same fatty acids found in salmon and mackerel, serve as joint protectors, easing inflammation and restoring ease to your steps. They're not just eggs, they're supercharged with omega-3s, blending protein with relief. Crack one open, and you're not simply eating. You're healing, giving your knees and hips a chance to move freely again. Take John, a 68-year-old gardener whose knees once turned every squat into a wince. forcing him to abandon the flower beds he loved. "I thought I'd lost it," John admitted, his voice heavy with defeat. Then a neighbor handed him a carton of omega-3 enriched eggs, praising their benefits. Skeptical but hopeful, he swapped his usual scramble for these, sizzling them with garlic and herbs. Within weeks, the ache eased, and soon he was back in the garden, kneeling and rising without that old sting. "It's like oil for my joints," he laughed, hands muddy and heart light. That's the promise of these eggs, not a cure, but a comfort grounded in biology. With age, inflammation becomes a relentless foe, fueled by years of wear and hormonal shifts that slow repair. Sarcopenia steals muscle, osteoporosis thins bones, and fractures can strip away independence. Joints take the brunt, as cartilage thins and synovial fluid dwindles, leaving every movement a struggle. Here's where omega-3s step in as natural peacemakers. Research shows their fatty acids, DHA and EPA, help curb inflammation by calming cytokines, the molecules that fuel joint pain. More than half of seniors over 65 face arthritis, but omega-3s can ease stiffness, improve mobility, and even reduce reliance on pain medication. One enriched egg offers 100 to 200 milligrams of omega-3s, a tasty step toward the 500 milligrams experts recommend for joint health. Scramble them with peppers, poach them with turmeric, or bake them into a frittata. These eggs turn meals into medicine. And John isn't the only one. Across communities, seniors are rediscovering freedom of movement. Take Clara, 73, whose hips had locked her into a sedentary slump, her dance class just a memory. With a dietitian's nudge, she added sunny-side-up omega-3 eggs to her mornings. Weeks later, her hips loosened, and she swayed back into class, twirling with joy. "I didn't think I'd dance again," Clara said, her eyes sparkling. It wasn't just the omega-3s, but also the protein, 6 grams in every egg, fortifying the muscles that support her joints. Together, they form a powerful team against the toll of aging. Science confirms it. Omega-3s help lubricate joints by boosting synovial fluid, while protein repairs the fibers sarcopenia tears down. Pair that with calcium and vitamin D, also found in eggs, and bones gain renewed strength. But eggs need allies. A daily stroll, even just 10 minutes, keeps joints flexible, with studies showing arthritis pain cut by 25%. Drinking water steadily helps flush away inflammation's debris, while regular checkups can catch problems early, sometimes with added support like fish oil when eggs alone aren't enough. The stakes are high. Weak, stiff legs don't just slow you down, they shrink your world. After 65, falls affect nearly 30% of seniors each year, often fueled by joint pain. Yet the reward for fighting back is radiant. Imagine bending to tie your shoes without a twinge, walking to the park without dread, or swaying freely at a wedding. Omega-3, enriched eggs are your bridge to that freedom. Each bite delivers strength. Each meal restores ease. John felt it in his garden. Clara in her dance. And you can too. The thief of age may whisper stiffness, but these eggs answer back. Not today. Crack one, savor its warmth, and feel the relief. Your legs don't have to fade. Not now, not ever. They are yours to reclaim. One steady step at a time, with omega-3s lighting the way. Now we turn to the third powerhouse, pasture-raised eggs, the true vitamin D dynamos. Aging often arrives quietly, almost unnoticed, until suddenly its presence echoes in your legs. Those loyal companions that once carried you through life's greatest adventures now tremble under the weight of years. Bones that once stood like unyielding pillars begin to weaken, while muscles that powered your strides lose their strength. Bold steps become cautious, shadowed by the fear of a fall that could shatter not only bones but independence itself. This isn't simple fatigue, it's a biological siege. After 40, sarcopenia creeps in, stealing 1 to 2% of muscle mass every year, its pace quickening after 60. Legs that once danced through parks or chased after children begin to falter. Bones, too, succumb, losing density until they teeter on the edge of osteoporosis. Statistics reveal the stark truth. 1 in 3 women and 1 in 5 men over 50 face a significant risk of fracture. Joints etched with decades of motion stiffen as cartilage wears thin and synovial fluid dwindles, turning each bend into a creak and every rise into a groan. Meanwhile, hormonal tides shift. Growth hormone and testosterone fade, slowing the body's repair system. It feels as if time itself conspires to drain away vitality, leaving legs once strong and dependable, now unsteady, uncertain, and shadowed by fear. The emotional toll weighs heavily, the frustration of abandoning a walk midway, the dread of losing freedom step by step, the ache of watching grandchildren play from a chair, the silent terror that one stumble could snap a hip and steal independence in an instant. These fears weigh heavily. Statistics confirm the risk. 20% of older adults who suffer a hip fracture lose the ability to live on their own within a year, a loss that shakes families and futures alike. Yet within this twilight shines a dawn of hope. You don't have to surrender to weakness. Science offers a banner of resistance, and at its heart stand pasture-raised eggs, laid by hens roaming freely beneath the sun. These are true vitamin D dynamos, delivering the nutrient your bones and legs crave to remain strong. Unlike ordinary eggs, they are nature's alchemists, soaking up sunlight to pack as much as 4 times the vitamin D of conventional varieties. Each golden yolk is a gift, fortifying your frame against the relentless march of age. Crack one open, and you're not just eating, you're fueling your body with the sunshine vitamin. Vitamin D unlocks calcium's full potential, binding it into your bones to keep them dense, resilient, and resistant to fracture. Picture Margaret, 79, her legs unsteady, each step a reminder of life slipping away. Once a vibrant presence at her book club, she withdrew into a chair, her world shrinking as her confidence faded. "I felt like a prisoner in my own body," she whispered, her voice heavy with loss. Then a friend, with a knowing smile, handed her a carton of pasture-raised eggs, their golden yolks glowing with promise. She began simply. 2 poached eggs at lunch, the warmth seeping into her hands and her heart. Weeks later, her steps grew steadier, her legs responded, and soon she was striding back to her book club. Pride lit her face as she declared, "My legs feel alive again." That's the quiet miracle of these eggs. Not fantasy, but biology. Vitamin D isn't just an accessory, it's a cornerstone. Without it, even a calcium-rich diet falters, leaving bones porous, brittle, and ready to break. Nearly half of seniors face deficiency, spending too many hours indoors and missing this vital spark. The result? Weak bones, doubled fall risk, and after 65, nearly 30% tumble each year. Pasture-raised eggs meet this challenge, delivering 4 to 6 micrograms of vitamin D per yolk, up to 30% of the daily 20 micrograms experts recommend for those over 70. Each serving is a delicious defense against frailty. Scramble them with kale, bake into a savory quiche, or enjoy soft-boiled with cracked pepper. Small choices that safeguard strength. Each bite becomes a brick in the wall against bone loss. Margaret's story is not unique. It's echoed in countless kitchens and lives. Take Tom, 75, whose doctor warned of slipping bone density, his once steady gait now unsteady, like a sapling swaying in the wind. He loved the rhythm of his porch swing, but weakening legs threatened to take it away. A neighbor suggested pasture-raised eggs, and Tom paired them with morning walks, letting yolk and sunlight work together. Months later, his bone scan improved, and he was back on that swing, legs strong as oak beneath him. "I never thought eggs could save me," he laughed, wonder and gratitude in his voice. Science explains why. Vitamin D increases calcium absorption by up to 40%, locking it into bones to fight osteoporosis while sharpening muscle function. Research shows it can reduce fall risk by 22%. Each egg also carries 6 grams of protein, repairing the muscle fibers stolen by sarcopenia. Together, calcium, protein, and vitamin D form a powerful defense for aging legs. But beyond the numbers lies the feeling. The relief of stepping off a curb without pain, the joy of kneeling to plant spring bulbs and rising with ease, the quiet confidence of walking without fear. Still, eggs need partners. Just 15 minutes of daylight walking doubles vitamin D's benefits, as your skin joins the effort to keep you strong. While steady sips of water keep joints gliding and stiffness at bay, regular checkups can catch bone loss early, with supplements added if sunlight and eggs aren't enough. The stakes are high. Weak legs don't just slow you, they endanger everything. A single hip fracture can spiral into dependence, a fate no one ever wishes for. Yet the reward is a sunrise of possibility. Picture yourself striding to the mailbox with no cane or twirling with a grandchild, your bones as resilient as your spirit. Pasture-raised eggs light that path, each yolk a burst of bottled sunshine, each meal a defiance of frailty. Margaret felt it in her stride, Tom in his swing, and countless others in their reclaimed steps. You can feel it too. The thief of age may whisper brittleness, but these eggs roar back. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Fire up the pan, let one sizzle, taste the richness, and feel strength seep in. Your legs don't have to fade, not while you have breath to fight and sunlight on your plate. They are yours to reclaim, one steady, sunlit step at a time, with these vitamin D dynamos blazing the way. Crack the shell, embrace the healing, and remember, your golden years deserve nothing less than golden strength. From the silent theft of sarcopenia to the fragility of thinning bones, and from Margaret to Tom turning shaky steps into steady strides, we've seen how these golden yolks can fortify your legs and brighten your golden years. It's not just about eating, it's about reclaiming the strength to chase grandchildren, tend a garden, or simply walk with confidence, free from the fear of falling. So, what did you take away today? Was it the reminder to crack a pasture-raised egg for breakfast, step outside for a sunlit walk, or schedule that long-overdue checkup to protect your bones? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your takeaway in the comments below and how you'll put it into practice. Thank you for being here and walking this journey with me. Together, we can keep lighting the path to stronger legs, one steady step at a time. Wishing you health, happiness, and peace always.